everyone, welcome to 3562W section 103, or Technical and Professional Writing. I'm Dr. Clayson. I just wanted to say a few quick words about communication in this class to highlight and reiterate a few things I say in the syllabus because they're very important. First things first, I don't live in Minneapolis or even Minnesota or even the United States, and that's going to affect the way that we communicate. I live in Luxembourg, which is in Central Europe, and more importantly, the Central European time zone. This means that for the most part, for most of the semester, I will be 7 hours ahead of the US time zone, which is where Minneapolis is. The US and Europe start daylight savings time at slightly different times, so for like 3 weeks in March, I'll either be 6 or 8 hours ahead of you in Central US time zone, but I'm not sure which one yet. Regardless, it doesn't really matter a ton either way, whether it will be 6 or 8 hours, because I will typically be 7 hours ahead, and what that means is I typically receive the bulk of student emails from the US in the middle of the night when I'm asleep. Or when I'm eating dinner or watching TV, basically after business hours. Assuming that you are in the US time zone, US Central time zone, you're typically waking up or getting the business day started right around the time I'm ending my business day. So if you email me first thing in the morning, you might catch a quick reply from me, but most likely it's going to take me at least a day, or what will feel like a day, to reply. That being said, the bonus of this is you will then typically have a reply from me by the time you wake up the next morning. Of course, that assumes that you keep a particular sleep-wake schedule, and I know that sleep-wake schedules can vary drastically during college, really at any time, so your experience might be a little bit different from what I just described. But what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to ask is, please be patient with me when it comes to communication and emails specifically. The likelihood that you'll receive an answer to your email on the same day that you send them is going to be pretty slim. All of that being said, I will attempt to be fairly prompt on that timeline, and I'm happy to try to figure out some synchronous chats if you'd like, and if at all possible. I do try to maintain a strong work-life balance, so I'm not going to be up for regular chats past my normal work hours, but every now and again is probably going to be okay. What I'm saying is, if you really want to have a synchronous chat via Google Hangouts, either via the text or the video chat feature, or even just the audio feature, send me an email and let's try to make it work. But again, given the time difference, let's try to start scheduling that at least 3 or 4 days in advance, if not an entire week, just so that we can make sure that we're on the same page time-wise. Additionally, I will have online office hours where you should be able to reach me via email or Google Hangouts. And these are going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4 to 5 p.m. my time, or 9 to 10 a.m. Central US time. Again, excepting those 3 weeks in March. Once daylight savings time happens, I'll make an announcement in Canvas clarifying those office hours, because by that time I will have figured out whether I will be 6 or 8 hours ahead of you during those weeks. Again, regardless, the point is, even though I'm a whole ocean away from most of you, or all of you possibly, I'm going to try very hard to be available and prompt in my communication. All right, that's it for now. I am looking forward to working with you all this semester.